You're a first-time voter?
Yes.
Who'd you decide on?
Trump.
And based on?
The whole economy is just a lot better. Like me trying to find rent right now, it's like insane how much prices have gone up for everything. So I can't say I like him as a person, but his policies, that's what I agree with. There's been a bunch of stuff about him. I mean, I don't agree that his whole like felony stuff, I think that's all like not made up, but at least it's like it's a push to try to run him off. It's just what people are saying.
What are you going to do if the other person wins?
It's nothing I can do.
You'll be okay.
I hope so.
The country will be okay.
Probably not, but World War III?
Yes, even Don Lemon is shocked. He could not say anything further. When you take a look at this clip, you can clearly see this guy has done research. He understands exactly what is going on. Now, on another video, Mel Gibson says Kamala has the IQ of a fence post in footage obtained by TMZ. Gibson specifically called out Harris for her appealing track record and the decisions he has already put out there. He made it clear he'll be voting for Trump. I understand the mindset people have toward this man, but at a certain point like this, I'm impressed that he has expressed himself to a level everybody is getting. The video is currently circulating on social media. I don't know if you've seen it.
Being voted on in days. What's your thoughts?
Oh man, that's a big question.
Well, Trump.
I don't think it's going to surprise anyone who I vote for.
Well, so I mean, I'm gonna guess. Can we go in? Yeah. I'm gonna guess Trump. Is that a bad guess?
I think it's a pretty good guess.
Well, what do you think the world will be like in a second term with President Trump's second term? A lot of people
I know what it'll be like if we let her in.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And that ain't good.
Yeah. Well,
miserable track record, appalling track record, no policies to speak of.
Yeah, and the border, right?
And she's got the IQ of a fence post.
I got to tell you that this election is unlike any other election, okay? This is not politics as usual. As we are finding out as we're on the road, the people you think are going to vote for a certain candidate may not be, as evidence in this interview. Watch.
Your feelings, and let me start with the women here, about Kamala Harris.
She's a woman of color. I'm not putting her down because of that, and I'm not putting her down because she's a woman. I'm not a feminist, so I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, I don't think that she has the personality. I don't think that she has what it takes to go up against Putin and go up against these other presidents that are built for this.
Yes, for some time now, I've been tracking some of these Hollywood actors. Mel Gibson coming out against Kamala. It is something I never saw coming. From what he said, you can clearly see his part why he took that decision is based on Kamala's record and her policies. We watched what happened on CNN. She was still unable to give our part, convince people why they should cast for her. Now taking a look at Don Lemon. Don Lemon is freaking out after seeing the support that is tilting away from Kamala. I think I reacted to this video. When you see his reactions, he is not okay. Like, these are women that Don Lemon thought could really rally behind Harris, but things are not really working out the way they expected. The shocking part is that this interview was carried out by MSNBC. Reasons you see him, like, he even tagged MSNBC on X, like, this interview is shocking. Why are women going off on Kamala? In that case, what will you say?
Capitol Hill for 8.5 years, for four Democrats in the Senate. I was a Democrat my whole life, but I am a Democrat no longer. This election, I am voting for Donald Trump. I think he is the best candidate to put this country back on the right path. I really began my journey out of the left when I started working in the Senate. I think I started to see truly kind of how power works. And then when I became a lobbyist, was really kind of eye-opening for me. And then when I had a baby, all of the things that the kind of culture war type, gender dynamics, those sorts of issues became crystal clear. And I realized we were wrong. And, I wasn't really quite ready to come do a kind of 180, but and then October 7th, I think the response to that, when I saw Democrat House staffers on the steps of the Capitol, my former office, parroting terrorist talking points.
Yes, it is impressive to see how people are reasoning. At first, it was difficult for someone to walk up and change their mind. Some were scared, like if I change my mind and decide to vote who I like, or some family members might not like me, or this will happen. It is not like this in 2024. People have seen the truth, they understand exactly what is happening, and it is impressive to see the minds people have partaken to certain situations. Look at this lady. She has been a Democrat throughout, but look at her today. Based on how she observed, she did her research and change. She quoted a lot of things, policies that Kamala's in Colgate here. She can't stand there. Not only her, a lot of people are doing the same thing.
I mean, we were talking about on the show.
You're saying it's both sides. But I noticed when I first came here, your audience was overwhelmingly Democratic. I would say something, and maybe one guy in a NASCAR shirt in the back would clap for me.
Correct.
Right? That's changed through the years. I can talk to conservatives, who I still talk to, and I can talk to conservatives who have a worldview like mine, and they watch you. Because they like how you speak out against the excesses on the left.
Yeah. I mean, look, I wrote a book about this year, and the theme of it really, I mean, it was a lot of our old editorials that we had done, reworked, but basically the same ones, and I went through them purposely to see, have I changed? People do. Or have things changed? And it's mostly things. Right. The left wasn't as crazy under Bush and Obama. They just weren't. And I was not going to hold my tongue when they went to places where, college kids marching for Hamas. Don't tell me there hasn't been a change.
Right.
And the victim culture, the cancel culture.
I will say this, though. Listen, I agree. There's been a change on the left.
Yes, I have been following Bill Maher for some time now, reacting to his videos. What he did was that he had to struggle to be in the middle, to gain followers on both sides. His show was falling. So to balance this is to struggle every day to look into the other side and criticize the other side, but knowing fully well that he can never change. He will always be a Democrat. Like he has been saying, I can never vote for Trump. So when I look at Bimahab, it makes sense. Sometimes, the majority of the times, he spews nonsense.
It's looking increasingly likely that Kamala Harris is going to appear on Joe Rogan's program on his podcast.
Republicans would take another hour
to kind of go to word salad city.
Incumbent Democrat.
All this will be over. We'll not be hearing these stories again.
She's very close to Trump. She's 30.
A financial Republican.
Do you ever have a Jewish girlfriend?
Understand that there has never been a single day that this man can change.
Hang on, Tim Walz.
Look at what Democrats are experiencing.
And sometimes there's a trend line that I never noticed before and make me go, whoa.
Whoopi, you always say you don't believe in polls.
And what exactly, please? I want you to know. Drop on in the comment section.
Trump's running mate. Same reason you don't.
Calling yourself.
Well, this is a problem.
Homes Enterprise.
If you are over 18, please register to vote for something else.
Are now stepping forward.
Seen before.
Trump.
I don't care if they write that. No, it was right, and you got.
I'm going to shake it off.
It's like 73% said they're voting for Trump.
Okay, yeah.
You hired me 4 times. I tell him I'm.
Is a border wall stupid?